back and better as can be. How are y'all doing today? I want you to like, comment, subscribe, share to your coworkers, share to your friends, share to family, share to everybody. It does not matter. Now today I will be doing a story time and I will be doing my makeup. Now it's just basic makeup. I don't really know how to do that extra stuff that everybody does. So let's jump right into it. The story time is going to be about when I got into my first fight. As you can see, this little scar right here, that's a trophy. I don't know. It's something that I got from the fight. Now, I'm going to start off with my foundation. So, my brother-in-law had this ex-wife. And they were going through it a little bit, a lot of it. And so he came over the night before to drop his son off so he can go handle some business pertaining to his ex-wife. And I don't have it in here. So while he was gone, and this is like 6 o'clock in the evening in October, not October, August, a few years ago. And she comes over and she's banging on the door to the point where you can see the door actually lifting up. So yeah, I'm not going to open the door if you're doing all that. I know what you're here for. And plus I had the kids, and my second to oldest son was only a baby at that time. I think he had just started crawling. So yeah, I put all the kids in the back. Me and my husband did. Put all the kids in the back room. And when I tell you, this girl broke my window. My front door, not front door, but my front living room window. And when I tell you, I was furious. So she pokes her head inside and she pushes down my TV. It's a 48 inch, something like that. It's a huge TV, and it's not a flat screen TV either. So this is kind of a heavy TV that rotates and sits on top of yeah, you get the point. So she pushes down that TV, and you know what I told her? I'll let you in. All right. So I went and I opened that door, and she had my neighbor's chair. Need I remind you, I'm in an apartment complex. She had my neighbor's chair and put it through my front window. When I tell you I was beyond furious. Hi, baby. When I tell you I was beyond furious, I was beyond furious. Like, I imagine everything that I want to do to her in a blink of an eye. So, I go over there and I grab the chair from her.
I can't hear it.
Hold on, baby. I grabbed the chair from her. And I must have yanked it so hard because her whole body lunged. And I'm bigger than her at this point. Even though she started gaining weight. But I'm bigger than her. I'm not a small girl. After that, we're wrestling. We're wrestling, and I have her by her hair, and since she broke my window, I drug her through the glass. You gonna clean it up? What, baby? I'll make it in a minute. Sorry, my son. And that's how that went. So she ended up saying she had asthma, started screaming she had asthma or whatever. I didn't know if she did or didn't. Asthma, serious. My brother has asthma. He went to the hospital plenty of times for asthma. So I went ahead and I let her go. When I tell you she came at me again with a box knife, like, where the hell did you get this box knife from? So, got the box knife, or she cut me with the box knife right here. And she cut me in my thigh, and she cut me up under this boob. I didn't feel it. I had too much adrenaline. I was pissed, so I didn't have a lot of time to react and really didn't care. But when she cut me, I didn't do nothing but get more mad. I'm a Gemini, so all we see is red when we get mad. Um, After that, my husband is the one that pointed it out. He was like, "Hey, she has a box knife. Be careful." But we ended up being on the ground, and that's how she cut me. I ended up pulling her back down. Um, and she's yelling at the landlord, telling him to stay out of it. He wasn't here, and at this point, everybody's outside. Everybody in that part of the complex is outside watching, and everybody goes, "He's the landlord," and then she goes, "Can you tell her to let me go, please?" Like, no, you just was cussing him out and going off on him. Why would he allow you to get up? That doesn't make any sense. Um, so I tell you, I'm just basic. I don't really put on all that makeup. So after she did that, the landlord's like, "No, I'm not gonna tell her to let you go. I'm not gonna tell her to let you go. You just broke my window. Hold on. You just told me to you just broke my window." And um at this point, we've already called the cops. We've already called my brother-in-law. We lived about 15 minutes away, if that. We were right off Riverside. So we lived about 15 minutes away from the police station. The cops didn't get there till almost an hour. Like, really? So we're waiting and waiting and waiting, which seems like forever. My husband ended up getting her while I get up because she ripped my dress, and I didn't have a bra on, and she thought that since my boobs were exposed that I was gonna stop. No, I still got her. That don't mean nothing. Everybody done seen boobs before. Um, but yeah, after that, he got her, and his brother ended up coming and ended up seeing what was happening, and she was trying to tell him to have my husband let her go, and he was like, "No." And he told her, "I have this I just went and filed a protection order against you." And she goes, "A protection order against who?" And he says, "Against you." She says, "Against me?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "You just a little bitch." And I was like, this girl. And then I remind you, right before he came, I was about to punch her, like, on two separate occasions, because she would not shut up. She's one of those females where she probably need to get smacked a little bit, and she would not shut up. So my husband actually kept me from doing that. I should have done it. Um, my kids are in the house and they're crying, and her child's in the house and he's crying. He doesn't know what's going on. He don't want to go with his mama at this point because she's acting crazy. The cops finally showed up maybe 10 minutes after my brother-in-law showed up, and they're questioning us and asking us what's going on. And they see that she's kind of crazy, so they come to us and ask if she has any issues mentally. We're like, yeah, she has this and that going on. Um, and she like completely flips her story. She told us that she was gonna lie to the cops when they got there. She ended up lying to the cops and telling them that me and my husband opened the door and jumped on her and attacked her. And then she tried to say that I had the box knife, but my fingerprints are like it was just crazy. She bought the box knife. My brother-in-law was able to identify it was from a job that he had, and it was in their drawer. So rewind or fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Me and my husband go to the hospital because she bit my husband to the point where it was it was terrible. It was really bad, and I'll probably show the pictures of it on this video. They'll pop up at some point, and I'll show the picture of how my scar looked when I had it, before I had it stitched and after I had it stitched. But I had to get, how many stitches did I have to get? I had to get 9 stitches. He had to take antibiotics just in case it got infected, since she did bite him. And this is like no regular bite. This was like a freaking zombie bite. So I don't know what the heck she was on, but, and her fuse lit because the internet was turned off and her phone was turned off, because she would do videos all day long, and it would be videos of her sleeping or doing something weird, and she'd be talking to herself and talking to whoever this guy and girl was in her head. It was just a lot, and I think that's how it all started on her coming to my place. She wanted to take it out on somebody. But fast forward to the end of the day, we ended up going to my brother-in-law's house to check on it, because she's crazy. When we get there, there's records all on the floor, all on the ground outside. Just records. The mailbox is bent back. The trash bins, the recycling bins and the trash bins that they come pick up every week, that was in a different yard. Like, it was crazy. And then we go in the house, the door is locked. So we know it had to be her. Why is the door locked? You know, the back door is locked. The back door never gets unlocked. So everything is locked at this point. So we go in and it is trashed. I mean, the couches are just torn to pieces because she cut them up. It was crazy. And even the baby's room was crazy. Her son, like she went and knocked the TV down that he just got for him. She went and burnt my brother-in-law's clothes in the backyard. She cut his line on his mower. She flipped over his barbecue grill. I don't know how she did that, because I think it was heavy and big. She did so much stuff, and she burnt his clothes outside with the gasoline can that he used for his mower. But when you go in the room, none of her stuff is touched at all. She broke a picture that had all 3 of them in there, because it meant a lot to my brother-in-law. He built her this dresser with a mirror on it, and she took the mirror off and tore it up. Like, it was just so much that she did. And then in her car, she left the she took a lot of stuff that did not belong to her in the car. A lot of stuff that didn't belong to her. Stuff that she didn't buy. Need to remind you, at this point, my brother-in-law had just rebuilt himself at this new place that he moved to after everything went to pieces with them too. And he let her back in because she was crying and wanted to come back and missed her family. So, of course, if you're not fully divorced and just started, you're going to give that person another chance, especially if you weren't the one who walked away and this person is saying they made a mistake. So, that's what happened with that. But everything was trash. Like, she poured water on his keyboard. She really tried to destroy him, and then he ended up getting all that stuff back. I'm not gonna say how. But that wasn't the first time that I was about to fight her. Well, I did fight her this time, but that wasn't the first time that something was gonna happen between me and her.
Mama. Killed her.
Yeah, I'll turn it on in a minute. Hold on, baby. That's my son. That's my oldest son.
Mama.
In a minute. Okay?
Okay.
He just woke up.
Mama. I just woke up.
if you want to hear the story time for the first time that we was about to fight, let me know. Shoot. Everything is just going wrong with this lip gloss. I have to get more. And that is the end of that story. I'm going to go change my clothes, and I will be right back to show you the finishing product of myself. Stay tuned. Okay, and I am back. This is the finished effect. I'm not really doing too much with my hair because I am about 2-3 months into growing my dreads out. Actually almost 4. So I don't want to do too much to it. They're doing good, but I'm just still trying to get them to lock. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share with the next person. Please pass the word. Thank you guys for watching.